Okay, this is one for the memory books. Yumiko and I are down in Torrance in Redondo Beach area today doing some stuff. Emily's at school and we're stopping for lunch here in Torrance. We're right next to the beach. The beach is right behind those buildings over there. And I wanted to show you guys this because this is, I wouldn't have shown it before because we were thinking about living in this area. This is the street that we were going to likely live on had we chosen the Torrance Redondo Beach area. All of these apartments, these are the apartment blocks that I was looking at. And we're actually one block to the left there, to the left, that way, over there, would be the Redondo Beach dining districts. And just one block to the right over there would be the beach. And believe it or not, Yumiko, the prices for these places is actually about the same as what we're paying in Irvine.
It's very different from Irvine.
Very, very different. You can actually walk barefoot to the beach from here, go for an evening swim and not even just drive, just walk. It's a very different atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually kind of feel a tinge of regret. I kind of would have liked this.
Yeah, wow.
But the reality is that either choice would have been a good choice. It's not like this was a bad choice.
No.
It just wasn't the choice that we made. And now actually seeing how Emily's adjusting to school, especially, I think that we made the good choice.
And it's too far from work.
Yeah, my commute right now is 35 minutes on my motorcycle. From here it would be an hour to an hour and a half to work. But oh my gosh, my commute to the beach for the evening swim, forget about it. I could swim every morning before. Anyway, these are really charming apartments. Actually, I live, that hill just above there is where I lived when my family lived here. Actually, we had the house overlooking this area. And Lyle and I, my brother, and I would come down here and play down here in the summer. Our mom wouldn't let us hang out. Well, it wasn't she wouldn't let us. She told us go out and spend our days outdoors. So Lyle and I would come home for lunch, and that would be about it. Come home for dinner. That's about it. But just kind of a little bit of, and you know what? This still could be in our future.
True.
Maybe after Emily's grown up and gone, maybe we could retire here. Should we go have lunch?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. See y'all later. Looking a little bit of a place that could have been. Okay, well, Yumiko and I just came back from our dinner, and I wanted to show you guys around the corner here. We're admiring some of the nice apartment units here. That one's nice. I really like this one across the street. That's kind of nice too. So anyway, the place where we made the video portion earlier was just down the street here. You can almost see our car down there. And so this was the street we were going to live on. And then right over here would be the restaurant district for Redondo Beach. And then right over here is the beach. And Yumiko and I are gonna take a little walk down to the water right now. And we thought we'd take the camera along. This wouldn't be such a bad place to live, huh? In a rustic, beachy way. In a rundown way. Well, that's kind of got a, what do they call that? Shabby chic? Rundown? Well, you know what I really like about this is literally this is the kind of community where you can just be barefoot all day. Just go down, come home with sandy feet. Off you go. Yeah, this is just about optimal for me. It's got some character up there. And I remember these apartments, I think they date roughly from the late 60s and 70s and early 70s. 60s and 70s decades. And they all have kind of a little bit of a unique character. The floor plans are going to be simple. Plumbing, and electrical are old. This one's leasing.
Where's the gigantic mall?
The gigantic mall? Well, you went to the Del Amo Mall with me earlier, which neither of us were very impressed, right? Well, just keep in mind, Yumiko, that the Del Amo Fashion Center, that's where my mom took my brother and I in stroller. Lyle would be in the stroller and I'd ride on the back when we were little, and it hasn't changed but at all.
Yeah, that doesn't work for you.
That doesn't work for you. Well, I agree. And then here's the beachfront one. That's really nice. Well, let's see. There are a few others. There's further down.
A gigantic mall with 600 movie theaters and a million restaurants and shops.
You're gonna need Orange County for that, sweetie. Now here we are. This is going to be the we're at the waterfront. So if we lived there, we would be just, you know, just hop on the skateboard with the surfboard under my arm. Off we go. Now that's, before we go across, that's where we lived up there. We'll go ahead and cross the street now. There we go. Yeah, it is nice, huh? Here we go. Let's not film these people. There we go. Thank you. And here we are. So that's where I grew up. I mean, our house is up on the hill over there. That's my school. My elementary school is right over there. Some of you have seen this kind of stuff before. And here's Redondo Beach proper, where I used to come as a boy. Spent so much time. And there's the Redondo Beach refinery over there. Beachfront stuff. Mama, you can live on some of these waterfront here ones for not much more. Not much more than what we're paying for in Irvine, actually.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe for retirement. One time, I think I told you the story, Yumiko. One time that I was down here, my elementary school was over here. Mr. Duncan, my teacher, took us on a school field trip down to the beach. We did that often. And way down there by the end, by where it meets the cliffs down there, I found a seal. I broke off from the group and I found a baby sea lion or seal on the beach. No mother. So they called in the Marineland people. That was before SeaWorld. Marineland, they came, picked it up. And like a few months later, or maybe half a year later, we went on a field trip to Marineland. We saw the seal there. That was before they tried to, you know, bring them back. They just adopted it into the show. You want to go down to the water or something? Okay, let's go on down. I'll turn on when we get back down there. Oh, okay, here's the bike trail. Now, on weekends, Lyle and I would call up our friends. My friends were Gavin and Kenny. I can't remember Lyle's friends. And we'd meet down here, right down there. And we'd ride our bicycles on this trail all the way down towards Venice Beach and Santa Monica area. Make a real day of it. That was fun. We used to come.
Does it look different?
I think it looks exactly the same. Except I feel taller now. Oh my gosh. The sand is up, sweet. You're in trouble? Give it a try. Put your foot on there and see what you think.
Oh my God!
Sorry, I should have warned you. That's really hot, huh?
Now what?
Now what? Now I guess we admire the beach from afar together.
No, I want to go to the water.
Hop on my shoulders. I'll carry you.
I don't think so.
Well, maybe let's go back and then we'll get our girl and go down to Laguna and enjoy the afternoon down there. Enjoy the evening, maybe. All right. So one more story from the past. When I was little, right over there, my first memory of the ocean is that my father took me in his arms. And the waves were kind of big that day. Not huge, but he carried me out in his arms. I was just a little boy. Think you can make it? You're gonna get stuck out there in the heat. And he held me in his arms as he jumped through the white water. And I remember the thrill of going through the white water like that. And that is what I think. You remember Yumiko in that movie we saw, Inside Out?
Yeah.
That created the ocean island in my brain when that happened. And I've been an ocean girl ever since. Doing okay with the footsies?
Yeah.
We watched the movie last night. Yeah, and my mom bought.
You know, it's the kind of thing, Yumiko, that I take it for granted because this is where we live and where I grew up. But, you know, there's people that may never see what California beach is really like. People sometimes write and tell me that stuff. They used to say that in Japan. They would never see the mountains of Japan, or they even knew that the mountains were like that. It kind of motivated me to turn the camera on. That's kind of the same thing here. I'm gonna leave my shoes here. On a Friday, no less. Oh, there's a surfer.
Oh, it's warm.
No,
It's not cold.
not too bad, huh?
Very nice.
Yeah. Well, Yumiko, what do you think? Again, do you think this kind of community is a good community for us?
Eventually, maybe.
Eventually, yeah. Problem is we probably can't retire here. It's way too expensive. We'll have to find something like it.
Well, you never know.
You never know. Well, I guess I'll sign off for now and you and I can just get our toesies wet a little bit. Enjoying the beach. Thanks for joining us, everybody. More to come. Oh, nice Photoshop opportunity. More to come in the future. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. There she goes, under the way. Hold on, that girl thinks I'm filming her. Okay, it's time for a challenge. So this sand here is really hot, right? I'm gonna run across the sand with dry feet, except they're in the water, but they're dry, and I'm gonna see if I can make it all the other side barefoot, okay? And you're gonna videotape it, okay? All right.
So I can have your shoes?
I'll carry them. Oh, yeah, you can have my shoes. There you go.
That's that whole idea.
Oh my gosh, that means there's no turning back. If I don't make it, I'm gonna die. I'll have to rip my shirt off and stand on my shirt.
And I thought you were thinking about me.
Exactly, that's what I want. We'll have to carry the camera then. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, you ready?
Wait, am I going with you?
Oh, no, you stand here filming. I'll run like crazy.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll zoom.
You don't, you can just leave it like that. Oh, you can zoom here if you want. This thing right up here. That thing. All right, ready? Okay, barefoot challenge. On my way, here I go. It's like I did that one thing. I skipping across the longest bridge in the world.
This is heavy. Ready? Go! Okay. You did it!
Okay, here's the foot washing fountain things. There we go. I've never seen a water fountain used to wash your feet. There we go. All right. Oh, thanks. You put the shoes there. We're set. Off we go. Parting shot. As we're coming up from the beach, we found this place right across. For rent, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. That's a lovely place. I think we'd have to win the lottery before we could afford that, but it's fun to have a little bit of dream, huh? I don't know, maybe we could afford it if we're both working. For renting. To own, yeah, we definitely need to win the lottery for that. Okay, well, let's sign off now and head on back to the homestead. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye-bye.